Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels. Welcome to today's video. This is my June TBR. Now, you would have noticed it's shorter because I am joining in Joyreading June. But I remember when Alice was talking to us about her plans for this last year before she got poorly, and she said all along, she said if you have any reading plan set up, you can include that in it. And she knew me better than most people, and she knew that I love to plan. She knew that I had set things going on and that I would struggle completely joy reading, and I remember giggling with her about this last year. So all I'm going to show you is I've got 2 buddy reads. I've got my Agatha for Alice book, which is very special to me. I've got my reread. I've got the FOMO book club. And then Katie's doing a weekly readathon for her 10 years on Booktube. And obviously I have to support Katie, so I've included 2 books for that. I have also got my TBR jar. So this, considering it's Joyreading June, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books that are planned. But bear in mind I read a book a day pretty much. So that is nothing. I have got my seasonal reads, but what I've done is, because again I wanted to joy read, so the 3 that I think I'm going to want to read are on my trolley upstairs. I'm not going to show you because they're not confirmed. My attitude is, if at any point in the month I decide that I'm not going to read them, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to swap and change the ones. As long as I read 3 for my seasonal, it doesn't have to be set. One of the things I guess I love about the fact that I am doing my reading it updates every week is that I can show you what I'm reading as I'm going along, so it doesn't feel like it. So every week you're going to see what I'm reading, and you're going to see maybe like the ones that I'm just about to do, so you're going to see them every week, but I don't want to have it set. One of the things you're going to notice in June is that in June you are only having 2 Monday videos, and that will be my book haul and that will be my July TBR. Other than that, it's going to literally just be the reading catch-ups, because I am taking a break in June. I'm taking a little bit of a self-care rest. All being well, my operation will happen this week. But I don't put any guarantees on anything. Either which way, my mental health needs a break. I've done 2 readathons this year already. I've had my own health battles, we've had lots of other stuff happening, and I need to take care. And yeah, I'm in a bit, not exactly the joyous of times at the moment. I'm okay, don't worry, but things have happened and I really need to look after myself, and that is something that Alice would have totally told me to do. I am thinking about this month. I'm finding it a bit suck-arsey, missing her, not dwelling, but you know. Anyway, I want to be a bit gentle on myself in June, so this video is already being a bit longer. Do you know what? I was going to be like, show you the buddy reads, show you everything else. Actually, I just want to know what the TBR jar is going to pick, because I nearly forgot to do it. I will be honest, because it's Joyreading June, if the TBR jar doesn't pick something I want, I might have a second pick, and I'm not beating myself up over it. This is the one that I picked. Let's see if it's going to be one that I'm going to go for. Actually, this suits. So I'm happy with this. I have picked a fun book. I have picked American Royals by Catherine McGee. This was given to me by the lovely Gem from Gemma Books. She was giving rid of some other books, and she gave me this one, and it's YA contemporary, I think, might be historical, and it's pink. This was Alice would crack up about this. She would have loved it. She laughed at me at my pink books. And it is, so basically the Washingtons have ruled America for almost 250 years. They're gorgeous, fiercely famous, and the beating heart of the most glorious court in the world. But behind the glittering ballrooms, elegant gowns, and the perfect public persona lies a forbidden romances, scandalous secrets that could cost them the throne. The heir is Princess Beatrice, who knows that duty to the crown comes above all else, right? The spare is Princess Samantha, whose only duty is to party hard. The schemer is Daphne Dayton, who will do anything to get back in royal favour. The nobody is Nina Gonzalez, who is unwittingly about to steal the spotlight. Welcome to the world of the American Royals. Just looks like fun. It's pink. It is just what I flipping need, I think. So I'm going to write this on here. And then that way I will not forget, because at the moment I'm forgetting my own brain cells. Right, so that's the only book I wasn't sure about. And I will put this down now. I am not organised at all this morning. So, here's the two buddy reads. First one is The Sun and the Stars by Brick Royalden and Mark Oshirio. I am buddy reading this with the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews, who I pretty much every month buddy read with, although we're running low on buddy reads at the moment. One prophecy, two demigods, and a heroic quest. I love the way, look, I got the Waterstones Varied Edges edition, and it's got this little bit where it's black pages in the middle, which I'd love to know how that sort of goes in. But anyway, I loved it. Look at this. Nico D'Angelo is pretty familiar with the realms of death, being the son of Hades and all. But when a mysterious prophecy tells him that an old friend is trapped in the underworld, Nico is determined to go on a rescue mission. Of course, Nico's boyfriend, Will Solis, the son of Apollo, the god of light, insists on joining the quest too. But can Will survive in the darkest places of the world? And what does the prophecy mean when it says that Nico will have to leave something of equal value behind? Together, Nico and Will have faced every obstacle and enemy, but can they survive the very depths of hell? It looks so good. Can't wait. I love a bit of Rick Riordan, and I think I'm now ready. I've had a few months break. I think I'm now ready for it. I've got 3 Varied Edges editions, and then I couldn't wait any longer. What If I Never Got Over You by Paige Toon. It is her most latest book. I got the gorgeous Varied Edges edition from the works. I'm reading this with the lovely Danny from Danny's Book World, and I just can't wait. The Heidi Swain one that I'm desperate for will get read soon, don't worry. It's just this one's kind of, you never know, I may even read it anyway in June. I don't know. I can joy read. I don't care. Right. Ellie didn't expect to fall in love while travelling in Europe. She also didn't expect to meet a man like Ash. 3 blistering days in Lisbon are all it takes to form an unforgettable connection, deep enough for them to plan to meet again in Madrid. But Ellie arrives late and Ash is nowhere to be found. 6 years later, the memory of Ash and their time together still burns deeply in Ellie's heart. She hopes that her dream job as a gardener at the Grand Estate of Wales will bring the fresh start she desperately needs. But when Ash unexpectedly crashes back into her life, Ellie is forced to question if the universe has other plans. Ooh. Mixed reactions. Vicky, my sister, loved this. Mum didn't. So, which side am I going to be on? I hate Vicky's. Now to the one that is close to my heart, and this is the one I really want you all to join if you can. And I know it's Joyreading June, but this technically is a reread, but who cares? And this is 5 Little Pigs by Agatha Christie. This was Alice's favourite Agatha, I believe, and one that I read, and it's my favourite Agatha, and I'm wondering if rereading it is going to be great. I may do a live at the end of June to talk about this, or the start of July, just to see how everyone's doing with the Agatha, but I had to read this for her birthday month. Had to read this. I will probably read it at the end of her month, near her when her birthday would have been. And everyone knows about 5 Little Pigs. It's one of the Pyros. It was 5 stars when I first read it. A Case of Mystery is a case where murder has happened, whether it's yesterday or 16 years ago. A 21st birthday is a time for celebration, a time to look forward to marrying your fiancé, a time to forget that your father was poisoned by your mother and then she died in prison when you were only 5 years old. I don't need to know any more than this. I loved this the first time. I'm hoping I will love it on a reread, and let's read this first. Then my proper reread is East End Angels by Rosie Henry. It's part of a series that I finished last year. I think I've read the last book in the series actually last year, but I've read it over that, and it's just going to be nice to see if I want to keep this whole series or whether I'll get rid of it. And the East End Angels, so it's at the start of the World War II, and it's about Winnie, Bella and Frankie, and they're all very different women, and it's sort of set in the East End during the 1940s, and these very different women soon realise they need each other if they're to get through the days ahead. I loved it the first time. I'm hoping I'm going to really love it, and it will be good to reread it. Then I'm reading the FOMO Book Club book is Never Let You Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. The FOMO Book Club is hosted by the lovely Jem from Gemma Books and Jack from Spirit Book Joy. I tried reading this, and I didn't like it the first time, and this is the exact copy that I gave back to the charity shop and then bought again. I'm going to give it another go for the FOMO, and I think I may actually be buddy reading with Angela from Reading Off My Shelf, so I don't know. I think we are. I'm a bit nervous, so that means it's 3 buddy reads. Kathy, Ruth and Tommy all grew up together in Hailsham, and a seemingly idyllic school deep in the English countryside, with a dreadful secret at its heart. Now 31-year-old Cathy attempts to come to terms with her childhood at Hailsham, and with fate the fate that has always awaited her and her closest friend in the wider world. Like I said, I DNF'd it the first time. I hope I like it this time. I hope I get to read the whole of it. And then Katie is hosting a week-long readathon. I cannot for the life of me, I forgot to write it down, in June to celebrate her 10 years on Booktube. I love Katie's channel. I think Katie is also a good friend and someone I'm going to support every which way. So she only had 2 prompts for this, and it's to celebrate her 10 years. The first prompt was to read a classic, and I decided to read one that is perfectly Katie, and this is The Mystery of Edwin Drood and Other Stories. So I believe The Mystery of Edwin Drood is the main one, and I've got Master Humphrey's Clock is in this. And it's just, I've got, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, Master Humphrey's Clock. Oh, and Hunted Down, Holiday Romance. How am I going to read this in 1 week? George Silverman's Explanation. So this could be interesting, trying to read this over the week. I think I may literally just plan it out for the whole week. But it's a book that Katie loved. I know Katie is a massive Charles Dickens fan, and I think she did enjoy this. And she said had Charles Dickens actually been able to finish it, she reckoned it could have been a favourite of hers. It is literally his final novel that was left unfinished at his death, and apparently the tale of a mystery whose fast-paced action takes place in the ancient cathedral city and in some of the darkest places in the 19th century London. Drugs, sexual obsession, colonial adventuring, and puzzles about identity are among the novel's themes. Don't want to know any more than that. It's for Katie. And then last but not least, she said to read a historical fiction. And this one I wanted to read because I haven't had it for very long, but you'll see that. So it's set in, I love books set in World War II, and this is set in London 1940, but it has a lead character called Charlotte. As enemy planes fly over the city, 20-year-old, and that's another thing that's close to my heart, is planes because of my dad. 20-year-old Charlotte Richmond is trying to make the best of things. She has a dull but steady job in the Ministry of Information, a friend to share gin and secrets with. Oh, I do like gin as well. And an attic room of her own. All she has to do is keep her head down. She knows where her father will send her if she makes a nuisance of herself again. But amid the chaos of the Blitz, Charlotte's grip on reality starts slipping. Is someone following her in the blackouts, or is her mind playing tricks on her? In a city where nothing is safe, it's hard to know who to trust until she meets the boy who feeds the birds. Cannot wait for this. Decided to read it for Katie. It's Readathon, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to celebrate it. I have loved that you've actually seen Sweep throughout this video, and so I think in honour of that, and in honour of the fact that, like I said, cats make me think of Alice, because we obviously Harry. So if you have got to the end of this video, leave me a cat emoji. Jude's going to be a bit of a emotional mess, but I'm going to take care of myself, and I want all of you to take care of yourself. Are you doing Joyreading June? Have you got any books that you're excited about to read? What are you doing reading in June? Do you know? Or are you literally just winging it like most of us? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, bring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.